Hey guys, in this video I will show you how to improve your lighting by using cups in Houdini, so let's dive in. So I have a little scenes here in Houdini, and at the moment I don't have any light on the scenes. So for this tutorial I will show you the examples in Redshift, but of course you can use this technique for every render engine such as Karma and also Octane, and every render engine is compatible with Houdini. So at the moment I don't have any light on the scenes. So this is my render view at the moment because I have some emissions on the eyes. So I have a camera with a very close up on the eyes of the humans. And first, let's start by creating a little key light and a little fill light, and later we can use a spot to create some contrast with cups. So let's add an RS light. And here with this light, you can maybe go to the 3D view. And here you can add a bit of rotations to this light. So you can select the light, press P to open the parameter tab. And here you can go to the transform node, and on the rotate you can add a 45 degrees for the rotation on the y-axis. So now you can select the light, you can click on the little gizmo icon here, and you can move it back with the z-axis to something like here. And you can change the size of the light by going into the light tab. And here you can put the size of the light to something like 2 and 3 for the y-axis. And here for the intensity, I will decrease it to 6. So now let's see the result of the scenes. So you can click on play with the Redshift render view. So now we have this result for the key light. Maybe we can change the positions and the intensity later. So now we can just rename this light to something like key light. And now we can duplicate this light. And here you can go back to the transform node and you can reset everything. So to do that, you can press Ctrl and middle mouse button to put everything back to 0. And here for the rotate on the y-axis, you can put the value to -45. And here you can put it back on the z-axis to something like here. And now we can see the result of the render view. So now we have our key light and fill light. So maybe you can rename it fill light. And now we can change the position of the light slightly. So maybe I can put that to the side right here. And I can change the position of the light to make it nice on the scenes. So maybe you can put the key light a bit closer to the model, to something like here, just to add a bit of contrast. And also if you want, you can play with the spread just to create more contrast on the light. But of course, it's up to you. Maybe you can put the spread to something like 0.5, and you can decrease the intensity to something like 3. And now you can select the fill lights, and you can change the position slightly to something like here. So now we want to create some nice contrast on the eyes, and we want to create a nice shape for the contrast with custom textures. So to do that, we'll use cups. But first, let's add a light to add this contrast. So let's add a new RS light. And here for this light, we can change the size of the light to something like 3 and 1. So we can put 3 on the x-axis and 1 on the y-axis. In that case, we have this kind of shape for the light.
Most Houdini tutorials show you tricks. Very few teach you how to build real, production-ready setups from scratch. Art-Labs is a premium Houdini training platform for artists who want production-level results, used in motion design, simulations, and high-end product visuals. You get 45+ hours of advanced content, including 2 complete courses where you build high-end animations from start to finish, exactly like in real client work. Every lesson includes full Houdini project files, so you're never guessing. You follow the exact workflow step by step. The library keeps growing every month. And right now, annual access is discounted with an extra 20% off for a limited time. Click the link below. Start building Houdini work that actually attracts professional clients.
So for this one, we can put the spread at a very low value to create some strong contrast on the lights. So in my case, I will put the spread to 0.025. Of course, it's up to you, and you can change this value at any time. Also, I will decrease the intensity to 5, and now I can change the position of the light, and the idea is to create some kind of contrast to this, to the center of the eyes. So now I can change the position of the light in the 3D scenes. So in my case, I will put the light to something like here on the z-axis. And I will rotate it slightly on this side. So I will change the value on the transform node for this light. So here I will put the translate x to -0.46. I will change the translate on the y-axis to -0.55. So translate on the z-axis to 2.42. And the rotate on the x-axis to -16.34. I will change the rotate here to 2.9, and I will change this one to 143.89. So now I have this result, and if you want to animate the light, you can add a little null object, and you can plug the nulls to this light, and you can rename it something like pause if you want to animate the positions over time, you can use these nulls for the animations. So for this one, I will just decrease the position on the x-axis to something like minus 0.025. And now I have this result for the light at the moment. So now we can create a custom texture to create nice shape for the contrast. So to do that, we can create a new COP network. And here for this one, we can rename it something like light text. And here for the COPNet, you can choose the default resolution to 4K. And now we can dive inside. So first, let's create some ramps to create some gradients on the light. So to do that, let's add a new ramp. So for this first one, you can keep everything by default. And now you can add a transform 2D node. So for this one, you can keep everything by default. And now you can duplicate this transform node and you can make it here. So you can plug the ramp on the second transform node. And for the second one, you can change the rotate to 180 degrees. And now you can add a multiply node to multiply this first ramp with this second ramp. So you can plug this one to the first input and this one to the second input of the multiply. So now you can check the results of the ramp. So we have this kind of gradient. And now you can plug that to a null. So here with a null, you can rename it something like out spot. And you can plug the gradient ramp to these nulls. And now you can use these nulls to create a texture for the light. So you can copy this null object, press Ctrl C. You can go back to the object and you can select this light. So maybe you can rename it spot. And now you can go to the light tab. You can enable the textures. And here you can go to the texture tab. And instead of choosing an external file by clicking on this icon, we can just select our gradient that we have created in COPS. So to do that, you can type OP 2 dots. In that case, you can look around our Houdini files. And here we can paste the nulls that we have copied before. And now you can keep the color space to auto. Now let's click on refresh for the rendering. And now you can see that we have created some gradient with COPS on our light. So now let's say that we want to change the shape of the light slightly. So we can go back to the COPNet. And here we can just add an SDF shape. So by default, the SDF shape add a circle. So maybe we can change the shape to something like this. Of course, it's up to you. You can change the shape at any time. So now we can convert this SDF to mono. So let's add an SDF to mono. So now we have a black and white shape. And now we can add a transform 2D node. And here with the transform 2D node, you can make some change. So in my case, I will reduce the shear value. So I will put it to a negative value, maybe something like minus 0.65. And here you can put the border to constant. And here you can keep the rotate to 0. And if you want, you can play with the uniform scale. In my case, I will decrease it just slightly to 0.9. So now we can multiply our original ramps with this shape. So let's add a multiply node. So here you can plug this shape to the first input and you can plug the ramp to the second input of the multiply. And now we can check the result here. So we have added a gradient to this shape. So you can plug that to the output. Now let's see the result of the shape on the render. So in that case, we have changed the shape of the light. So we have created a little round shape here on the top and also on the bottom. So now let's say that we want to create a little dark spot on the right corner of the eyes. So to do that, we can add another ramp. And here with this ramp, we can invert the ramp by clicking on these little icons. And for the ramp, I can put this little dot to something like here. And I will put the second one to here. Of course, you can make some change at any time for this ramp. So now let's add a transform 2D node. And here with this transform 2D, I can add some offsets on the x-axis. So you can put the value at a negative value. So in my case, I think I will put the value at minus 0.35. So now we can add this little dark spot to our base shape. So we can add an add node. So here you can put the base shape to the first input of the add. So you can plug this one to the first input and you can plug this one to the second input of the add. And you can change the mode to multiply. So now you can see we have created a little dark spot on the light and you can make some change on the ramp at any time if you want to create more or less gradients. And you can also change the position on the x-axis to something like here with a transform node. So now let's see the result of the light on the render view. But first you have to replace the base shape here on the multiply. So you can plug this one to the first input of the multiply node. So now let's see the results of the light. And now you can see we have created a little dark spot, so maybe it's a bit too large. So we can select the ramp and you can make it something like here. So I have made some little change on the ramp, on the position of these two dots and also on the offset of the transform node to place it correctly. So now I have this little dark spot on the right corner of the eyes. So now let's add another shape, but this time to break the global shape of the lights. So to do that, we can copy everything from here. So we can copy the SDF shape, SDF to mono and the transform node. So to do that, you can press Alt and left click. So now for this one, for the SDF shape, you can change it to rectangle. And here you can put the size to 1.5 and you can put the size here to 2. So now let's add an invert node just after the SDF to mono to add a dark spot to the light. So here for this transform node, you can put it back to default. So maybe you can remove this one and just add a new one. So now with this transform node, we can create a little offset on the x-axis to something like this. So you can put the value at 0.35 and you can add just a bit of rotate. So maybe 2 degrees. So now let's add an invert node. And here we can add a new transform node. And here with this transform node, you can create more rotations on this little dark spot. So here for this last transform node, you can put the rotate to something like here. And you can put the translate to a negative value. And you can put that to clamp. And you can put the value to something minus 0.15. And here you can put the value to 0.1. Maybe something like this. So now we can multiply this dark spot with this one. So let's add a new multiply node. You can plug that to the first input and you can plug that to the second input of the multiply. In that case, we have created a little straight line here on this part of the lights. And now we can replace the dark spot here on the first input of this multiply. Now let's see the result of the light. And we have created a little straight line here on the top of the eyes. Of course, you can make some change on the rotations of this dark spot if you want. So maybe you can put it to something like this and let's see the result. So maybe you can just invert to something like here. And I think it's a bit better. So maybe it's a bit too much, but you can put the value to something like here. And if you want, you can just play with the translation on the x-axis to here. So in that case, we have quite a straight line on the top part of the light and we have a little dark spot here and everything is procedural. So you can change the ramp at any time. You can change the position, you can change the global shape and everything. So now if you want, you can add a bit of more intensity for this spotlight. So you can go to light and you can put that to maybe 6. And here you can decrease the intensity for the other light. So you can put that to 2 and you can put that to maybe 3. Or maybe this one to 4 and this key light to 3 and you can increase the spot even more, maybe 8 and you can decrease the key light to 2. So that's pretty much it for these tutorials. Of course, you can use your own texture in COPS to create the perfect light for your own scenes. So I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. That's it for today, guys. You can check out our website to get some premium courses, tutorials, project file, Houdini tools and more. So check it out with the link in the description.